Hello. Today in my video I'm going to talk about severe ME because there's a Severe ME Awareness Day on the 8th of August, which is tomorrow as I film this. I've had ME for 11 years and I'm very lucky that I was only severely affected for around, I think, probably 6 months, or I think the definition is sort of housebound or bedbound, and I was housebound, nearly bedbound for most of a year. I don't know, something like that. When I was 15, 16. So, and I just wanted to talk about how one of my reasons for making these videos anyway is to raise awareness of ME, but I'm mostly talk about my experience as it is currently, which is moderate ME, not severe. And severe ME I haven't talked about so far because it's horrible and it's terrifying, and it's something that I have been living in fear of going back there ever since I was there, which was years ago now. And it's so scary when you're getting worse and worse and you don't know when it's going to stop, and you don't know, there's nothing you can do. It feels like you feel absolutely hopeless, and so when I was at my emo still, I would get up in the morning and go downstairs and eat some breakfast, and then I would lie on the sofa for pretty much the rest of the day. And it was in my GCSE year, so all my goals were sort of centred around doing some studying and getting some work done. So, and at my worst, the most studying I could do in a day was, for 10 minutes, my mum would read to me out of a textbook or whatever we had, a revision guide. And that's how I learnt the science for my biology GCSE. You know, that's how I did it. And I don't talk about that to my friends because it was horrible and it was really hard. And it was horrible for my family, and when I was getting worse and worse at the beginning of that time, we didn't have any support from, during that time I started seeing a paediatrician. I hadn't been seeing a GP regularly or anything about my ME because no one I'd spoken to had been interested at the time. But at that time I was lucky. I got the paediatrician, an occupational therapist, and a whole sort of team of people behind me at that time, which was absolutely necessary, and I'm so glad I had that. But so many people are just left with no help, no clue what to do, and I'm going to leave in the description lots of links to resources, pages from ME charities' websites about severe ME, and there's a video called Voices from the Shadows, I think, which is aimed at raising awareness of people who are just left by society. There's not enough funding for ME, and I know last week I did the Chili Me challenge and it was all fun and, oh, let's raise some money for ME, and this is why. This is because of a horrible illness, and I don't think I stressed that enough in that video. People die, and I never think about that. I never talk about that. So, just, if you can, get involved on Twitter or anything for Sophia Emmy Day tomorrow or today or whenever it is for you watching this. Just do retweet people or anything. Donate money to, if you can or want to, and I don't know, just spare a thought for the people who can't speak for themselves. My next video will be much more cheerful, I promise.